Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're retaking a deep dive into the prehistoric world to uncover some mind-blowing facts about dinosaurs that you probably didn't learn in school. Get ready, because some of these will completely change how you see these ancient giants. First of all, let's talk about time. The reign of the dinosaurs lasted for an absolutely staggering 160 million years. To put that in perspective, the entire history of our human genus, Homo, is only about 5 million years. If you squished all of Earth's history into a single calendar year, dinosaurs would have shown up in November, while humans would only appear in the final few minutes of December 31st. They evolved from small, quick predators into the largest animals to ever walk the Earth, dominating the planet for a period almost 30 times longer than we've been around. Now, picture a dinosaur. What do you see? A giant, scaly lizard, right? Well, think again. We now know that many dinosaurs, especially the group called theropods, which includes the famous T-Rex, were covered in feathers. These feathers likely weren't for flight at first. Instead, they were used for insulation to stay warm, for colorful displays to attract mates, and maybe even for camouflage. Some smaller dinosaurs looked more like big, fluffy birds than reptiles. And speaking of birds, here's a fact that might just blow your mind. Modern birds are living dinosaurs. That's right, it's scientifically proven. Birds are part of the same theropod group as velociraptors and tyrannosaurs. This means that the pigeon you see on the sidewalk or the sparrow in your backyard is a direct descendant of dinosaurs that survived the Great Extinction. Their skeletal structure, their unique lungs, their feet, and of course, their feathers, all trace back to their dinosaur ancestors. So next time you see a chicken, remember you're looking at a dinosaur. Of course, we can't talk about dinosaurs without mentioning the absolute titans. The largest sauropods like Argentinosaurus and Patagodontan were almost impossible to imagine. They could reach lengths of over 35 meters, that's longer than a blue whale, and weigh up to 70 tons, which is like a whole herd of elephants combined into one animal. Their neck vertebrae alone were taller than a person, and their hearts were probably the size of a small car. But here's the clever part. Despite their immense size, their bones were partially hollow, an amazing evolutionary trick that helped them manage their colossal weight. But not all dinosaurs were giants. In fact, many were tiny. Take the Microraptor, which was only about 60 centimeters long, or the Parvicursor, which weighed a mere 150 grams, about the same as a modern canary. Many of these small-fried dinosaurs were feathered, climbed trees, hunted insects, and some even used their feathered limbs to glide from branch to branch. It's a completely different image from the lumbering giants we usually think of. Let's talk about the king, Tyrannosaurus rex. Its reputation as a terrifying predator is well-deserved. The T-Rex had the most powerful bite of any land animal in history, capable of exerting a force of up to 8 tons. It could crush bone as easily as you or I could bite through a pretzel. But it wasn't just brute force. T-Rex also had an incredible sense of smell and forward-facing eyes, which gave it binocular vision, just like humans. This allowed it to have excellent depth perception, making it an even more efficient hunter. Now, let's clear up a major movie misconception. The velociraptors in Jurassic Park? Not even close to the real thing. Real velociraptors were about the size of a large turkey, standing only about half a meter tall. They were covered in feathers and had long, wing-like forelimbs. While they were still fast, intelligent, and dangerous pack hunters with that signature sickle claw, they were nowhere near the human-sized monsters depicted on screen. The sheer variety of dinosaurs was incredible. Scientists have described over 1,100 species, and they believe thousands more are yet to be discovered. They lived on every continent and filled every imaginable niche. There were speedy runners, powerful swimmers, armored tanks with horns and plates, and some with giant crests on their heads that might have been used to regulate their body temperature. And while Dino brain is an insult for a reason, some species were surprisingly smart. Troodontids, for instance, had brains that were quite large for their body size. Combined with their large eyes and excellent hearing, this suggests they might have been clever nocturnal hunters with complex social behaviors, maybe even on par with modern-day crows. So what brought an end to their incredible reign? It was a perfect storm of disasters. The most famous culprit is the massive asteroid that struck near Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. The impact triggered a blast more powerful than billions of nuclear bombs, causing global firestorms and kicking up so much dust that it blocked out the sun, plunging the world into a freezing, dark winter. But that wasn't all. At the same time, massive, prolonged volcanic eruptions in India were poisoning the atmosphere, and sea levels were changing dramatically. This combination of catastrophes wiped out about 75% of all life on Earth. But, as we know, some dinosaurs, the birds, managed to survive and carry on the legacy. What an incredible journey! It just shows that there's always something new and fascinating to learn about the world that came before us. If you found these facts as amazing as I did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures into science and history. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.